people of Troy will get their bridge in another 7 months.
That's the assurance given by the government as work commences on the Troy Bridge in Trelawney, which collapsed in 2021 during the passage of Tropical Storm Grace. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness was in the parish last week for an update from the engineering team.
The bridge is designed using a 3-box culvert support structure. So in effect, the water will be going through the culverts with a paved invert, essentially. And using that design adds great reinforcement to the carrying surface of the bridge, which means that the bridge can carry significant weight. Though we are not saying that you should use overweighted vehicles on the bridge, but the bridge is designed to carry significant weight.
The 20-meter-long bridge is supported by piles that will be driven deep into the earth, retaining walls and gabion baskets. It will also have a sidewalk to support pedestrians. Dr. Holness says the government is committed to sound infrastructure development.
Whether it is your bridges, your roads, your drains and culverts, Jamaica must have world-class infrastructure. We're committing to that, and we're saying to the residents of the district here that even if your community is a rural community, you too deserve to have world-class infrastructure.
Another assurance given by the Prime Minister is to put in place a structured maintenance system.
We are now structuring our financial affairs in such a way that we can have routine maintenance done in a preventative way to ensure that you have not just the useful life of the bridge, but you are able to use the bridge and all the other infrastructure with greater convenience.
The Troy Bridge links several communities in Trelawney, Manchester, and St. Elizabeth, and the reconstruction will increase commercial activities and convenience. Construction will cost over $230 million from the national budget. Prime Minister Holness was also at the weekly post-cabinet press briefing where he updated the nation on the projected preliminary cost of damage from Tropical Storm Raphael.
We are not yet in a position to give definitive figures as to the damage assessment and what it will cost. Our figures are preliminary, but we expect them to be in the wide region of between $500 million to $1 billion.
The country experienced flooding, landslide, damage to road surfaces, and one major breakaway of a road in rural St. Andrew. As chairman of the National Disaster Risk Management Council, Dr. Holness assures that the country is in a better position to respond to natural disasters than in previous years.
We have a multi-layered disaster risk response mechanism, which we didn't have 5 years or so ago. Jamaica is at the stage where instead of borrowing to finance, what we do is we now set aside from the budget to be able to finance these things.
Dr. Holness says it is likely that the government will be able to fund the cost of the damage from Tropical Storm Raphael, adding that additional funding can be accessed if the amount reaches the threshold criteria under the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness is lauding Don Webby for his sterling contribution to national service through the Senate. Mr. Webby resigned from the Senate effective November 7 to focus on health-related matters. In a release, Dr. Holness says he regrets the sudden departure, but thanks Mr. Webby for his contribution and wishes him a speedy recovery. According to the Prime Minister, Mr. Webby has been a steadfast advocate for the needs of the Jamaican people, bringing invaluable commercial and entrepreneurial insights into the legislative process. Throughout his tenure in the Senate, Dr. Holness says Mr. Webby has championed policies that reflect his commitment to shared prosperity, economic stability, and sustainable national development. Mr. Webby was appointed to the Senate in September 2007 and also served as Minister without Portfolio in the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service for 2 years. Prime Minister Holness was fielded with a number of questions from youth mayors representing the 14 parishes when they paid a courtesy call on him last Thursday. He lauded them on their passion to serve and encouraged them to continue.
I know some of you come here with differing perspectives, looking at things from, where you come from. It's your perspective. My job is to confront you with a different perspective, right? So you have perceptions. All right, a perception is what? Where you look from things from the position that you are. What is a perspective? A perspective is when you are able to move from where you are to look at the problem from a different position. All right, so I'm encouraging all of you to change from perception to perspective.
As the government continues to promote STEM education, Prime Minister Holness met with the winners of the World Robot Olympia at Jamaica. Dr. Holness welcomed the Robot Swan team from St. Hugh's Prep at Jamaica House last week. The team will be representing Jamaica at the World Robot Olympiad Global Competition in Turkey on November 28 to 30.
Show the world that Jamaica has not just good singers and musicians and cultural, but we have great scientists as well and people who are involved in technology and robotics. All right, you have my 100% support, and I'm there supporting you. All right, giving you all the energy you need to win.
And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.